I'm back in my Moodle course with editing turned on, and I'm going to choose Add an Activity or Resource. I'm going to select Turnitin Assignment 2 and then click on Add. There are quite a lot of sections within the Turnitin assignment. I'm not going to show all of them. I'm going to show the ones that you really need to change at first, and you can learn more as you go along. So first of all, I have to do anything with a red asterisk, so I have to give it a name. So not being very original here, but assignment 2. I'm just putting a date in for the summary. You can be more specific here, give a description. Submission type, I'm going to choose file upload. I'm not going to get students to type on screen. Number of parts, you can split your assignment into sections so that students can upload a piece of work for each section, but just for now I'm going to leave this as one. I'm leaving the maximum file size as is. Submission of any file type, I'm going to choose yes, so I've given myself as many options as possible. I'm going to say that I'm going to share the originality report with students. This means they'll see the report to see how much work it says is plagiarized. And I'm going to leave auto refresh on. So as I chose a one-part assignment, I've only got one section here to deal with. I have to give my assignment a name. So you can name this exactly how you want to. Start date it sets for me, that's the date that I'm adding this assignment. Due date will always set for a week later, but you can adjust the dates and the times. And the post date is the first date that the students will see any marked work from the teacher. So again, you can adjust that if you choose to. Okay, so a section I think is often missed is this originality report options, and it's worth opening this, it's got a lot in it. So do I want to allow submissions after the due date? It defaults to no, but you may want to not stop students from submitting work even if it's late. That's up to you. Report generation speed, when do you want the students to see this originality report? So it defaults to immediately. No submissions, resubmissions are allowed, but there are other options you can look at. So they could get immediate reports to show them how much is plagiarized, but be allowed to resubmit. So that's quite a good one. Store student papers, standard repository. It means that there's an area where you can store any student work, and it's a good area. But if you upload a piece of work to this, it means that you can check anyone else's work against that paper that's stored to see if students are copying work on it off of each other. So this is where you get the option to do that. So if you've stored it here, you can check a single piece of work against any other stored ones if you choose yes here. Yes, we want to check against the internet. That's where most things are probably plagiarized from. And yes, I'm going to leave it to check against journals, periodicals and publications. Now don't be fooled, just because we're checking publications and checking the internet, it doesn't check every single publication. It doesn't check every single page on the internet, but it will do a big proportion. You also get to exclude bibliographies. So anything that's being correctly cited will be ignored, and anything that's being quoted in quotation marks, you can set it to exclude that too. And if you choose to exclude small matches, that could be something like a title of an assignment, especially in things like BTEC where the assignment is a standard name. You could be checking that against other stored papers and they've used the same name. It may be up to 10 words long. So it's worth setting exclude small matches. And then we scroll right to the bottom. I'm going to ignore these ones for the moment and save and return to course.